let's begin by coming to our mats on our backs, finding a corpse shape, a comfortable place where we can lie here for a few moments as we begin to tune in and settle in and prepare ourselves for today's practice. From corpse, we can have the legs out long, some space between the feet. We can have the arms out long to our sides. Comfortable place for the shoulder blades to come. And if we feel like we need a little extra support in our backs and the lower region, we can bring the feet flat on the mat. Mats distance apart to let the knees come in together so the legs support themselves off of this TP that's happening with the knees, because we really want to be able to settle into the mat. Beautiful. Now coming to our breath, feeling the texture as we inhale and exhale. Beginning to balance out the breath and also working on directing the breath to and from the nose. We're inhaling for a count of 4. Taking a pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, let it all go. A couple more rounds, breathing here in this balanced breath. Awesome. Now on our next exhale, we're going to audible sigh, let everything go. Yes. One more time. Letting any frustrations out, anything that bothered us from the day. Beautiful. The breath will come back to the nose. If that's accessible to you today, we're working on throughout practice, bringing those breaths to and from the nose. Beautiful. We're going to imagine we are lying out in the middle of a field. We can feel the breeze on our face. We're staring up at the clouds. Noticing that as we exhale, our breath is like the wind and the clouds begin to part. Beautiful. Every exhale, the sky opens up a little bit more. The sun shines a little bit brighter. We start to feel the warmth of the sun. Beautiful. Now, as we're here, we're going to start to think about our intention for practice. And I'd like to give us a little more guide in what our intention is for today. So I want you to think about something that you're grateful for, something that brings you gratitude. It could be a person, a thing, and how that gratitude makes you feel. Beautiful. We're going to take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. 2 more times. Each time the breath gets a little bit bigger, sealing in our intention. Beautiful. Last one, the biggest breath we've taken all week. Taking another sip of air at the top of the breath. Exhale, let it all go. Yes. Now we're going to begin to slowly wake ourselves up, wiggling our fingers and toes, adding some movement back to the body, getting any wiggles and fidgets out. Inhaling the arms up above the head, pointing the feet, morning stretch, looking for that point of resistance, but we're not holding our breath. We're looking for length. Beautiful. We exhale, release that tension. We'll bring the feet flat on the mat, starting to add a little more movement into the body. The knees will come into the chest, rocking right to left, warming up the spine. We'll come back into center, releasing the feet down onto the mat. We're gonna let the knees fall to the left. Little gentle spinal twist here. We inhale the knees back up to center, exhale over to the other side. Now, as we're starting to move, I'd like to share a story. The story is of Hanuman, the monkey god, and how he became the monkey god. Let's inhale the knees up to center. Bring the hands back behind the thighs. We'll begin to rock 3 or 4 times the length of the spine. So when Hanuman was young, he was so powerful that he tried to fly up to the sun to eat it. Now on your next time, as we're rocking forward, we're going to come onto our sit bones and then swing the legs around, coming into tabletop. Hands are stacked under the shoulder width apart. Our knees are hips distance apart, stacked under the hips, and we'll take a big inhale. Belly comes towards the floor. Exhale, round the spine, coming into cat-cows. Continuing to do a few, moving to your own breath, taking them as deep or as gentle as you like. Now, as Hanuman got older, he came to his mother and he told his mother that he wanted to learn everything he could. So his mother told him that he needed to go visit Surya, the sun god. We're going to tuck our toes, lift the hips, coming into our down dog. So the hips are reaching towards the sky, chest towards the thighs. And we're continuing to add some movement here as we're pedaling out. So Hanuman went to Surya, the sun god, and told Surya, I would like to learn from you. I'd like to learn everything that you know. And Surya was like, well, it's going to be difficult because I move very fast during the day and at night I sleep. And Hanuman said, no, that's not a problem. I will keep up with you. I will ride in front of your chariot. And I just want to learn everything. And Surya warned him that as he moves, it's going to get really hot and that he needs to be able to handle the heat. We'll come back to our static down dog. We'll walk the hands to meet the feet at the back of the mat. Forward fold. Hanging here in the forward fold, our crown of the head is reaching towards the earth. hanging like a rag doll. We can grab onto our elbows, begin to rock right to left. So Sura agrees to let Hanuman follow him. And so it was thousands of years. Hanuman followed, learning all that he could. And then we're going to walk our hands back to the top of the mat, coming back to another down dog. Looking for some space here. Noticing if we can lift the hips a little bit higher. We don't necessarily have to have our heels touching the floor. We're just looking for a space where we can release. Beautiful. Walking the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat, coming back to another forward fold. Again, looking for more space here. Looking at what that means for you today. Is it keeping a slight bend in the knees? Chest towards the thighs? Giving the hamstrings a little break. This falls more into the spine. Or your hamstrings feeling open today and we can lift the hips a little bit higher, chest closer to the thighs, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Beautiful. We'll walk the hands over to the left. So as Hanuman finished his journey of learning from the sun, he was so grateful for all the things that he had learned from the sun. And the sun was so proud of the work that Hanuman had done that Hanuman became a deity. And so that is how he became the monkey god. He worked very hard to learn from the sun. He endured heat. He endured the energy that the sun creates. So now we're going to walk the hands back over to the left side. Coming to our breath, making sure we're not ever holding. We're continuing this flow of breath unless we're working on breath retention. We'll inhale the hands back to center. Exhale here in our forward fold. Thinking back to our intention, that gratitude. We'll inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Slightly bending the knees. Inhale and rise. Hands reach to the sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale the hands back up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Now to finish up the story, whenever Hanuman finished, he created Surya Namaskar, which is our sun salutations. Bringing the hands to heart center in prayer is Namaskar. And then as we inhale the hands up, we'll exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat. Step, hop, jump, back to plank, yogi's choice. We can take plank from the knees if we need. We're bending at the elbows. Elbows glide the chest, chaturanga. We inhale, come into cobra or up dog. Beautiful, yes. Exhale, tuck, roll over the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Continuing in this flow of our sun salutation, moving with our breath, thinking of gratitude, thinking of the journey that Hanuman took as we create heat in our body, warming up, preparing for our practice. Finding that gratitude again. And it could be something as simple as being able to be here today, moving our bodies. Beautiful. One more round. Hips are lifted towards the sky. Stepping, hopping, jumping the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Slightly bending the knees. Inhale and rise. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale the hands up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Hands trace the midline all the way down to the floor. Hands come back down to the mat. Step, hop, jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Finding back bend. Hips push back. Peaceful warrior, child's pose. Sinking into the breath. Feeling the heart. Coming back to our gratitude. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. We'll settle here for a few moments. Leaning into feeling the energy that we've created in the body as we come back to Hanuman and his story. Beautiful. Thinking about your gratitude, your intention, and how that can create joy when you're finding things that you are grateful for. Thank you for joining me today. Please go out and do something that feeds your soul and brings you joy. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. Thank you.